Hello, everyone. Welcome to Curioverse, the channel that takes you on a journey through the universe of curiosities. Today we are going to talk about the history of superheroes, those amazing characters that have inspired generations of fans with their extraordinary powers and heroic deeds. Did you know that superheroes have existed for as long as stories, before writing, and across every culture in the world? And did you know that some of them have fascinating origins and curiosities that you may not be aware of? So stay tuned in this video and discover some of the secrets behind the most famous superheroes of all time. The first superhero we are going to meet is Superman, the Man of Steel, who is widely considered the first modern superhero and the prototype for many others that followed. He debuted in Action Comics #1 in June 1938, created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster, two teenagers from Cleveland, Ohio, who sold their character to DC Comics for $130. Superman was an alien from the planet Krypton, who was sent to Earth by his parents before his world exploded. He was raised by a human couple, Jonathan and Martha Kent, who named him Clark. He grew up with superpowers such as super strength, super speed, flight, heat vision and X-ray vision, which he used to fight crime and injustice as Superman, while working as a reporter for the Daily Planet newspaper under his secret identity. But did you know that Superman was not always so powerful? In his early appearances, he could not fly, but only leap tall buildings in a single bound. He was also vulnerable to magic and had no weakness to kryptonite, which was introduced later in a radio show. And did you know that Superman was originally conceived as a villain? Siegel and Shuster first created him as a bald telepathic mad scientist who wanted to conquer the world in a short story titled The Reign of the Superman in 1933. The second superhero we are going to meet is Batman, the Caped Crusader, who debuted in Detective Comics #27 in May 1939, created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger. Batman was Bruce Wayne, a billionaire playboy and philanthropist who witnessed the murder of his parents as a child and swore to fight crime and corruption in Gotham City. He trained himself to physical and mental perfection and used his vast fortune to create an arsenal of gadgets and vehicles, such as the Batmobile, the Batarang and the Bat Signal. He operated from a secret cave under his mansion, assisted by his butler Alfred Pennyworth and his sidekick Robin. He had no superpowers, but relied on his intellect, detective skills and martial arts abilities. But did you know that Batman's costume was very different in Kane's early drafts? He wore a bright red tunic, wings and a black eye mask. Finger suggested some changes that transformed the outfit into something more menacing. A dark gray bodysuit with a black cape and cowl, a yellow utility belt and a bat emblem on his chest. And did you know that Batman was originally more violent and ruthless? He used guns, killed criminals and even hanged a giant from his Batplane. The third superhero we are going to meet is Wonder Woman, the Amazon Princess, who debuted in All-Star Comics #8 in December 1941, created by psychologist William Moulton Marston and artist Harry G. Peter. Wonder Woman was Diana, an immortal warrior from the Mistera, an island of female warriors hidden from the outside world. She was sculpted from clay by her mother Queen Hippolyta and given life by the Greek gods. She left her home to join American pilot Steve Trevor in fighting the Axis powers during World War II. She had superpowers such as super strength, super speed, flight, invulnerability and animal communication. She also used weapons such as the lasso of truth, which compelled anyone bound by it to tell the truth, the bracelets of submission, which deflected bullets, and the tiara of telepathy, which allowed her to communicate with her invisible plane. But did you know that Wonder Woman was inspired by Marsden's feminist ideals and personal relationships? He believed that women were superior to men and should rule society with love and compassion. He also had a polyamorous relationship with his wife Elizabeth Holloway Marston and their lover Olive Byrne, who influenced Wonder Woman's appearance and personality. The fourth superhero we are going to meet is Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, who debuted in Amazing Fantasy #15 in August 1962, created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko for Marvel Comics. Spider-Man was Peter Parker, a nerdy teenager who was bitten by a radioactive spider during a school field trip and gained spider-like abilities, such as super strength, super agility, wall crawling and a spider sense that warned him of danger. He also invented web shooters, devices that allowed him to shoot webs from his wrists. He decided to use his powers for good after his uncle Ben was killed by a burglar that he failed to stop. He worked as a freelance photographer for the Daily Bugle newspaper, where he was often criticized by his boss J. Jonah Jameson. He also had a complicated love life with his girlfriend Mary Jane Watson and other women. He faced many enemies, such as the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus and Venom. But did you know that Spider-Man was a risky and revolutionary concept at the time? He was one of the first superheroes who was not an adult, but a teenager with everyday problems and insecurities. He was also one of the first superheroes who had a secret identity that was more important than his superhero persona. And did you know that Spider-Man was almost rejected by Marvel's publisher Martin Goodman, who thought that people would not like a hero who was a spider, a teenager and a loner? The fifth superhero we are going to meet is Black Panther, the King of Wakanda, who debuted in Fantastic Four number 52 in July 1966, created by writer Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby for Marvel Comics. Black Panther was T'Challa, the ruler of Wakanda, a fictional African nation that was secretly the most technologically advanced in the world, thanks to its abundance of vibranium, a rare and powerful metal. He inherited the title of Black Panther from his father T'Chaka, who was killed by the villain Ulysses Klaue. He wore a black suit made of vibranium that enhanced his physical abilities and gave him claws, energy daggers and other weapons. He also had access to advanced gadgets and vehicles, such as the Kimoyo beads, the Panther jet and the Talon fighter. He was a genius inventor, a master strategist and a skilled fighter. He joined the Avengers, married Storm of the X-Men and fought enemies such as Killmonger, Man-Ape and Hydra. But did you know that Black Panther was the first mainstream black superhero in American comics? He broke racial barriers and stereotypes and inspired many readers and creators of color. He was also one of the first superheroes who had a strong connection to his culture and heritage, which influenced his values and motivations. The sixth superhero we are going to meet is Wolverine, the best there is at what he does, who debuted in The Incredible Hulk number 180 in October 1974, created by writer Len Wein and artist John Romita Sr. For Marvel Comics. Wolverine was Logan, a mutant with superhuman senses, healing factor and retractable claws made of bone. He was born in Canada in the late 19th century and had a long and violent life, involving wars, experiments and memory loss. He was kidnapped by a secret organization called Weapon X, which bonded adamantium, an indestructible metal, to his skeleton and claws, making him virtually unkillable. He escaped and joined the X-Men, a team of mutant heroes led by Professor Charles Xavier. He also had solo adventures as a spy, a samurai and an anti-hero. He faced many enemies, such as Sabretooth, Magneto and Lady Deathstrike. But did you know that Wolverine was originally intended to be an actual Wolverine mutated into human form? This idea was later dropped and he was revealed to be a mutant. And did you know that Wolverine's real name was not revealed until 2001? For decades, he was only known as Logan or James Howlett, until writer Paul Jenkins revealed his full name as James Logan Howlett in Origin number 2. The seventh and last superhero we are going to meet is Iron Man, the Invincible Iron Man, who debuted in Tales of Suspense number 39 in March 1963, created by writer Stan Lee, artist Don Heck, editor Larry Lieber and plotter Jack Kirby for Marvel Comics. Iron Man was Tony Stark, a billionaire genius inventor and industrialist who owned Stark Industries, a leading company in weapons and technology. He was kidnapped by terrorists who forced him to build a weapon for them, but he secretly built an armored suit that allowed him to escape. He decided to use his suit for good as Iron Man, while pretending that it was his bodyguard. He upgraded his suit over time with new features and designs, such as repulsor rays, rockets, stealth mode and artificial intelligence. He also created other suits for different purposes, such as the Hulkbuster, the War Machine and the Iron Spider. He joined the Avengers, founded S.H.I.E.L.D., dated Pepper Potts and fought enemies such as Mandarin, Ironmonger and Thanos. But did you know that Iron Man was created as a challenge by Stan Lee, who wanted to make a hero that readers would hate but also love? He was inspired by Howard Hughes, a wealthy and eccentric businessman and inventor. And did you know that Iron Man's suit was originally gray and bulky, resembling a medieval armor? It was later changed to gold and then to red and gold, which became his iconic colors. So, did you like to know these curiosities about the history of superheroes? Which one is your favorite and why? Leave your comment below and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Curiosities channel so you don't miss any amazing content like this. See you next time.